Hey, welcome folks. We got a big paddle giveaway to do tonight, and we're going to be giving away exactly this paddle right here from Temper Sports, TMPR, pronounced Temper, and we're going to give away this graphite Tantrum GXT. Beautiful paddle, brand spanking new. You can see the plastic still on the handle there, so it's still hygienically sealed. I haven't gotten my germs on it. Sorry, got a little cold. I'm just kidding. So we're going to give this one away a little bit later. We're going to do a little name that tune type of thing like we've done in the past, and people seem to really like that. So stay tuned. I'm going to talk about these two paddles from Temper Sports, the Tantrum GXT and the Tantrum T3. Graphite composite. I'll tell you which is better for who. Both great paddles, and I'm just going to get a little to get us going. I'm going to play a little song for you, give people some time to tune in. It is summertime, so let's do a little Boys of Summer. Nobody on the road, nobody on the beach. Feel it in the air, summer's out of reach. Empty lake, empty streets, sun goes down low. Driving by your house, though I know you're not home. I can see you, brown skin shining in the sun. You got your hair combed back, sunglasses on, baby. I can tell you my love for you still be strong after the boys of summer have gone. The Boys of Summer, Don Henley. Can you believe that song is 30 years old? That's unbelievable to me. It seems like just yesterday I was hearing that song on the radio all the time. All right, so welcome folks. We're going to start talking about these paddles. I'm trying to make these reviews a little faster and a little more concise, responding to your feedback. So let's see if we can do that tonight. So let's start out with the Tantrum GXT. This is the graphite model from Temper Sports. This one has got a list price of about $110, and it's a little under 8 ounces. It comes in at 7.7, 7.8. It's 16.25 inches in length, so it's longer than most, and it's 7.5 wide. So it got a good amount of width, enough to where you don't feel, like you're struggling to block shots. But whenever you have a little extra width, you got to take a little bit off the, extra length. You got to take a little off the width, obviously. But I really like this shape. I think it's a perfect length and width. And the handle is, just a regular 4.25, but it's a little bit on the long side. So you people that like to hit a two-hand backhand, you could definitely get two hands on there without too much trouble. But the handle does not seem overly long. So all in all, this is a very comfortable paddle to use. And the Temper Sports people, all their paddles, they have kind of an aerodynamic shape. If you'll notice, the corners are rounded. Also, the edge guard is rounded. So when you play with these paddles, either one of them, the first thing you notice is the way they feel through the air. They just feel quick through the air. Very good for reaction volleys, quick movements. The paddle feels lighter than it actually is, if that makes any sense. So this graphite model, obviously it has the graphite face. It's got a usual honeycomb polycore. It's very soft, typical for graphite paddle. It feels very light. Like I said, it's very aerodynamic. It's got the slick edge guard, and it works very well for you soft game experts. You people that are fond of other graphite paddles, and there's a few that are very big sellers. You know what they are. And this one will challenge those guys. And I really, really like this for a graphite paddle. I prefer composite myself, but if you like graphite paddles, you owe it to yourself to try these out. And where's the other paddle? I'm sorry. This one plays like those other graphite paddles, but you don't notice the drop off in the size of the sweet spot. The sweet spot is a very good size on this, and it feels solid all around here. I think the shape really helps with mishits out of the center. And speaking of the sweet spot on these paddles tends to be a little bit higher than you're used to. So, which actually works out because a lot of times you're hitting around here, whether you realize it or not. So the sweet spot on these paddles is located more around here, okay? So when you start playing with these temper paddles, you know, it's just a little adjustment. It's not a big deal, but it's kind of nice. And it makes the sweet spot more towards the tip, okay? So like I said, very soft paddle, great for you guys that just want to plant yourselves in the kitchen and dink till the other guy, you know, falls down. This is a great choice. You need to try this one out, okay? And we're going to be giving away one of these, this exact model, in a little bit, the graphite model. And the other one I want to talk about is the Temper T3, the Tantrum T3. Now this is the composite model. This is the one that I really like. This one comes in two different weights, a medium weight, which is 7.7 to 7.9, and a little heavier, 8.0 to 8.3. So, you know, my sweet spot is right at that 8.0. So I could play with either one really. But if I had to choose between the two, I'd always go a little bit lighter. You could always make them a little heavier, but you cannot make them lighter. Just remember that. So this one is a little bit wider than the GXT, just a smidge wider. This one is 7.75 wide. It's the same length, 16.25, same grip size. The grip is a little bit shorter this way. So this one is just perfect for one-handed play. Nice, comfortable grip. Both of these have kind of a tennis-like grip, especially this GXT. If you look at that, you look at the butt end there, that looks just like a tennis racket. And I really like the way that feels. The T3 this one has a more rounded, traditional shape, but I'm sure you can probably get this one in this paddle if you ask them to do that. I don't think that would be a problem, but I'll have to double check on that. So the Tantrum T3, this is a composite paddle. It's got the 3 layers of fiberglass, and it's got the normal honeycomb poly core. Now, this one has got a good amount of power. This is one of those, you know, you hear a lot of people talking about power and control. This is one of those paddles. It just does it all, and it does it all really well. You know, it's quick through the air, like all the paddles with this shape are, and it's got the sweet spot that's a little bit towards the tip, and it's got a good amount of power, but it also has a good amount of touch in the kitchen. So it's really a great all-around paddle. This is one that I would recommend to a good majority of players. Not too much power, but just enough. I would say it definitely leans more towards the power edge of the scale than the control edge, but it does both, and it allows you to hit deep shots without too much effort. And I would think if you got one of the heavier models, it would even be even more powerful. As far as the balance goes to this one, feels a little bit tip heavy, just a bit, but that actually gives you a lot of torque without having to swing too hard. And I really enjoyed playing with this one. I couldn't, when I started playing with it, I didn't want to put it down and try the other one because I was having so much fun with this one. So I really recommend it. Check it out. I think Temper Sports is really going to be a big player in the paddle market in the not too distant future. They're catching on. Everybody that tries these paddles seems to like them. They're priced very reasonable. This one is $125. The other one is, the graphite one is 110. Also, if you go and order these online at the TMPR Sports website, if you use my promo code, which is Jack10, you will get $10 off the price of the paddle. So make sure you do that, and it makes it an even better deal. So we have a pretty good amount of people on there right now, so I think it's about time that we give one of these away. So if everybody's got the volume turned up on their phone, tablet, laptop, whatever you may be listening on, I am going to play an intro of a very recognizable song, and the first person to type in the name of that song is going to win this paddle right here. This Tantrum GXT. It's kind of a purpley pink color. I don't know if you could see the color, really sharp looking. I really like the graphics on these paddles. And this one is going to the first person that can name the song that I'm going to play. And I have to say, because sometimes I run into problems with trying to decipher what people are saying, make sure you spell it right. You don't need to tell me the name of the group, just tell me the title of the song. Okay, you're going to know it right away, so be careful when you type it in, because it's got to be spelled correctly, and you got to give me the whole title of the song, not just one or two words. And if everybody's ready to go, let me just make sure my guitar is in tune here. Now everybody think mid-80s, okay? I'll give you a little hint. Think mid-80s, when there was a lot of great music going around. And if everybody's ready, we're going to do the name that tune right here. The first person to correctly type it in will be the winner. Here we go. I'm waiting for the correct answer. I can't believe we don't have a... There we go. Everybody wants to rule the world. And bonus points for naming the group that did it. Anthony, you should know this. And you spelt it perfectly too, so you get props for that. Good job, my man. Anthony Butera is the winner. Name of the band? Anyone? 3 words? There you go. Tears for Fears. Good job. Excellent. Congratulations, Anthony. You'll be getting this Tantrum GXT sent to you very soon. Make sure you send me your address and send me a private message with your mailing address, and we'll get that right out to you. And once you play with it, I'm sure you're going to love it, especially if you like graphite paddles. Let us know how you like it. Post to my group, Pickleball Paddle Reviews, and let us know. So I think that about wraps it up for this one. Hope everybody gets to try these new paddles. I think these have been out for about 3-4 months now. These new paddles from Temper Sports. They have a new model as well, a 3rd model. Go to their website and remember, use code Jack10 and you will get $10 off any paddle that you order using that code. And what else can I say? These are really nice aerodynamic paddles. They cut through the air, power here, soft touch here. These paddles will go up against the big boys, take my word for it. I played a lot with these the last few weeks, and they are outstanding, playable-wise. So that's about it for tonight. We'll see you guys soon on the next paddle review, and thanks for tuning in.